Well, hey, babe. It's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey. Let's go ahead and talk about love and marriage. Huntsville. Let's get into it, okay? Hey, babe. What's up? Okay, what's up, Kay? What's going on, Claire? Miss Akita, Tisha. What's up, honey? Hey, Nicole. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Naturally Mar. What's going on? Dylan, Free Lady. What is up? Lady J, Kim. What's up, you guys? If you've just finished watching my Ready to Love, thanks for coming on over and joining me on Love and Marriage Huntsville, honey. Oh, I got some more people. Wardley. I adore Jesse. What's up? Sugar Shan. Is it Sugar Shan? I always say that wrong. Sugar Shan. Sugar Shan. Correct me, please. Tarika, what's going on? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Austin, Texas. Honey Simone. What's going on? All right. Y'all, we had yet another good episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So y'all know we got to talk about it. Okay. I'm appreciating how long the season has been. I don't know when the finale is going to be, but I hope that they give us a really good, juicy reunion, considering the fact that we haven't gotten a reunion since season 1. I feel so. I'm hoping we get a real good juicy reunion. I'm hoping you guys have sent Carlos some really, really good questions so that we could talk about some things. Okay, y'all know we got another big reunion coming up too. Real Housewives of Potomac, but we'll get into that tomorrow most likely. Okay. What's up, Keisha Bellamy? Good morning. Good morning, honey. Good morning, Miss Devin, Andrea, Jody. What's up, y'all? I'm going to have to know where y'all from. Okay, Burnett, what's up? Tatiana, what's going on? Ashley R says, I'm ready to get in Martell's arse. Do you hear me? Okay, and watching my baby Mariah up there crying. Girl, I wanted to fight. I wanted to fight. I definitely was like, my eyes was getting misty, honey. Okay, Girl, now he was out of control. Y'all know we finna talk about it. Barbados, okay, what's up? Jody, Barbados, all the way out. Okay, I can appreciate it. Okay, we got Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Okay, Cali, Charlotte, North Carolina. That's what's up. Okay. All right, so you're also from Palm Beach. Did I read this one? Let me see. Yeah, I read that one, Palm Beach. Okay, that's what's up. Grenada, did I say that right? Grenada. I think it's Grenada, right? Yeah, that was very sad, Keisha. So sad. Oh, I was hurt. New Orleans, what's going on? What is up, people? What's up, Detroit? Okay. I got family up there in Detroit, Atlanta. Okay. Let me see if I can say this right. Zaquavia. Okay, so you probably ain't that far from me, Zaquavia. Angela, okay. I see you in Chesterfield, Virginia, Indiana. Okay, Sugar Shan says, I was crying too. So many memories of being a kid in between my two crazy parents. I felt so bad for her, right? Girl, girl, it was tugging on me because y'all know, just reflecting on last week's review when I was thinking about the little baby, almost, made me teary-eyed because she didn't even get the opportunity to experience, her parents, right, together. So then you got the oldest baby crying like, well, I'm like, well, you about to make me cry. Really hate it. San Francisco, Miami, Cleveland, okay, Chicago, Yonkers, okay, Texas, y'all all over the place. All over the place. Well, I do appreciate you guys. Keisha, what's up, honey? Thank you so much for your Cash App. I did get it on last week, so I definitely appreciate you, honey. You in McDonald. Oh, girl, that's like an hour out from me, girl. Oh, girl, you down there. You is down there. But I can't talk because I'm up here, child. ATL, okay. I adore Jesse. I see you, St. Louis, Toronto. Oh, yes, that's right. Naturally, Mar, I do know you're in Toronto. That's right. Yes, I'm glad y'all here with me. Okay, you all the way from Chicago. Okay, that's what's up. I did cry a little bit with Mariah. They are damaging these kids in unimaginable ways. Shaking my head. I agree. I hate it. I hate it, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because that was tugging on me. And I can't even fault Mel for being at a place where it's like, I don't really want to be and where he at. Like, if y'all gonna have some stuff, like, don't have me there, right? Because he can be a loose cannon, right? So let's talk about it. So they're having this comeback meeting. And Mel and Marcel are talking about the Destiny race and how much she enjoyed that race, okay? He brought up the incident with Miss Wanda and how he was like, I ain't finna go over there. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not finna go over there and get in this. Y'all already know how I feel about Miss Wanda. So if you think I'm finna get in this, you got me, because I'm not going, okay? So he goes on and says, he was confused about why Wanda would say the things that she said to Mel's mom, and he felt like she was out of line. And Mel said, I think that's very interesting that you would feel like Miss Wanda was out of line when you have been out here saying things about my mom too. And you have gone so far as to say that you have a sex tape of somebody's mom. Who does that? Okay, so I thought that was crazy too for him to act like that, knowing that he said some stuff about this girl mama as well, honey. But I guess, okay. So Tisha, Kimmy, Maurice, and Martell ended up arriving. When Martell gets there, he sends the kids to be in Mel's office. So that's where they go, okay? Kimmy wanted this meeting because y'all know they had this comeback group from the very beginning where they were supposed to organize, come together, start this real estate, I guess, organization or company, and go out and work on projects together, and they all make money together. Well, Mel started to get to a place where she didn't want to have anything to do with the comeback group. Like, she was over it. And now that her and Martell are now divorced and they had to dissolve some of the companies that they did have together, it kind of impacted the comeback group. So it's now leaving them in limbo yet again, that they need to come to the table, have a conversation about these, and figure out, are we moving forward? We're not moving forward at all? Do we need to dissolve this as well? Okay. So that's what she's trying to figure out, what's going to happen, right? So Mel spoke on pulling out of the comeback group. And why Marcel took that conversation and made it about sex and kids. Okay, it was a little awkward, but I was like, all right, okay. Because he was like, yeah, you know, you pull it out, you know, you can't really put out, you know, like you do with kids or something like that. It was awkward. But it ended up leading Mel to talk about her kids. Like, Martell, what the kids? And he said, oh, they here? They in your office or whatever like that. And she was kind of like shocked. And so she gets ready to get up, and he felt as though when she was shocked and she was getting up, that I don't know why he always perceives stuff like this. Now that I think about it, like, she just getting up. He took it as though, oh, you got an attitude. You felt like it was an issue when they was in your office. You felt like it was gonna be a thing. And she's like, first of all, sir, my kids are here. So if you think I'm not gonna go speak to my children, you got me sadly mistaken. I'm gonna go talk to my kids. And then on top of that, and behind that, I'm gonna make sure that they keep my office intact, because that's just how it is when they over here with their mama. Period. So I don't know. It was like he was trying to make a big deal out of something immediately. So there's that. What else ended up happening? So Mel goes and she talks to the kids. What else? Martell says that he's still open. Now, Martell has always been open to the comeback group. That has never wavered, never changed. There's always been something that he's wanted to do. Mel has been the person that's been on the fence about it. And, you know, Martell is more interested in it now than he's ever been before, because he needs the money. He needs to figure out ways to bring in money like he used to, right? So Maurice, Marcel says they can do it again, but he doesn't want to have any like dysfunction. Basically, you and Mel gonna have to get y'all act together. We all know how to act civil. It's y'all that need to work on some things, right? So Maurice wants to know the project that they're going to be working on and when it should be completed. And I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. Like, y'all need to figure this out. We come in and have a sit down, but what's the project at hand? What are we working on? So then Marcel says that they can organize once they find a project. So I guess the goal is to go out, find a project, come back together. Let's talk about this. Let's figure it out. Melody is at a place where she like, I still don't want no parts. I don't want no parts, okay? Mel opens up about how she really, I think she said she didn't want to do anything with Martell. And the reason for that is because she knew that he went and had a sit down and a meeting that she didn't initially know about between Marcel, and what's his name? Kris, the other guy, Kris. So she didn't like how they were taking jabs at her as though she couldn't handle a project and working on the 47 or however many, 70 or whatever many acres that they do have. So she was feeling a way about that. Marcel was like, girl, you wasn't even there. So how would you know what happened? She said, because I talked to the person that was there. And for me, I still stand by the fact that, see, this is why y'all got to stop talking to Kris and including him on stuff. Because Kris messy. I'm sorry. Kris messy because I felt like, Kris, you was a part of that conversation too. So you didn't have to run back and tell Mel anything. Because what if you would have went back and told Mel something and Mel would have been like, I don't want to do nothing with this project. F this project, I don't want to do. Like, what if she would have took it the wrong way and took it the wrong way towards you too? With your messy self. So I just felt like I wouldn't work. I would do my best. Like Kris would be my last resort to work on projects. I'll start networking and finding other people, but he will be a last resort for me, honey. Mel wants Martell to be quiet, right? Martell's like, girl, you're not going to talk to me that kind of way, right? But she's trying to explain her story. So she tells him, you want to know, but you ain't let me talk. So let me talk and let me say my piece, okay? So, they're getting into it for the most part. Mel says that she isn't interested in doing anything with Martell. Martell accused Mel of being at the root of the issues, right, that they've had since last year because since last year or beyond. He was like, you didn't even want to do this. You never wanted to do it. So basically, don't sit up there and try and make it seem like you don't want to do this because of me. You never wanted to do it from the beginning. And she said, well, yeah, because we had issues within the group. He said, yeah, and you were the root of those issues too. Let's be clear about that. And I'm like, I don't know if it was her solely by herself, right? I feel like you kind of made some things awkward as well, Martell, when you started to out Marcel on being a cheater and being out here and stuff. So, I mean, the group was very strained, but it wasn't just because of Mel, okay? What else ended up happening? Mel says, anyway, I love to continue doing what I've been doing since 2019. And then he gonna sit up there and say, what? Neglect the kids? So now he pissed. And he gonna throw this shot at her, knowing that it's gonna make her mad, knowing it's gonna make her feel away, knowing she's going to respond and react the way that she did and does, knowing that your kids is also in the next room. So I just felt like that was messed up. Then he gets up and he leaves the room. And Mel says, oh, well, if I'm so bad, then why don't you file for full custody of the kids then, since I'm so bad? And he said, and I did. And at one point you was willing to give them to me. And I said, you didn't. Why is you lying? You ain't filed for no full custody from them kids. Talking about, I did. And you said that you will give them to. No, that's not how that went. You lying. I don't believe him. He need more people. So he said, no, Mel, another thing, I feel Mel would never agree to giving you all her kids, period. So I don't know. See, he just be saying shit. And it just don't be making sense, right? So let me see what y'all are saying before I go into this. Mel will have to pick her battles. If Martell is a part of the storyline, she's just going to have to keep arguing with that fool while looking crazy herself. Girl, and I will say, I understand why she does not want to be invited to places that he's at, but I was wondering, how is that going to look for TV if you don't want to be around him? I don't know, because then she says she don't want to be around him or in those scenes, and then next thing you know, she shows up in another scene with him. So, I mean, it seems like it's going to be inevitable, but when they're not filming, I need them to work on themselves. Like, it's not even just Martell by himself. I think she does as well. They both need to work on themselves, in my opinion. I don't know if it's, I don't know, but I'm sure they need to work on themselves as far as Mel not responding when he does ignorant things, because he does it to get a response. And the same thing with him. When she says things that he doesn't like, then don't respond, right? Just like, I mean, and I'm probably going to mention it again, but Mel feels like it's solely Martell all the time, and it's not. It's you too. It's you too. You just did it when y'all went to the picnic with the kids. You had just did it. You tried to get under his skin about something, and he didn't fully want to go there with you, right? So y'all both do these things to each other. Y'all need some work when the season is not filming. I think this divorce is harder on them with the cameras there. Martell never has evidence to back up any of his accusations against Melody. He makes up these lies in the heat of the moment and spreads those lies to anyone who will listen. Yeah, that's what it definitely came off as, for sure, especially when I think about how he said that she gave at one point she was okay with giving him the kids. I'm like, I don't believe that at all. Yeah, they definitely need therapy. Facts, they both need to work on themselves, and the kids need therapy without them because they're not good together or apart. I agree with that, at least the first oldest two. Maybe, boss baby as well, but the oldest two definitely need separate therapy, Because I feel like they probably hold other things inside they don't even share with their parents, but they may be okay with talking with somebody else about. So, yeah. But I think the parents need to probably go first. They need to probably go to therapy first before the kids end up, going to one on their own. Martell, oh no, I think I read that one. Let me go up real quick and see what y'all saying before I get back to this. Mel also took it wrong because Martell made sure she was watching their daughter while he went to go sneak behind her back when he knew the investors wanted her a part of the deal. They couldn't agree on anything in the combat group. They never get to like a common anything on the combat group. Never. Mel and Martell need to go back to the business of being parents and less of reality stars that's hurting their babies. The writing was on the wall for the combat group seasons ago. What are we really talking about here, guys? The comeback was gone away long time ago. I don't know what they want. It seemed like Kimmy be the person that really want this combat group to work, because I feel like her having the help to nudge her and get her into real estate more is what she yearns for, right? She hasn't fully stepped out on real estate really by herself. She's been sticking to the nurse. And y'all saw where Maurice went to show her a property and wanted that to be like her first big project or whatever like that. So I think when she enters this industry of real estate, I feel like, she also got that house that's like an investment house, but it's also her son's property that he owns, right? So she has that she's kind of working on. But when it comes to larger real estate deals, I think she wants to do that as a group so she can bridge her way into things. And she needs the combat group for some reason. So she really be the main one pressing this thing because she wants it to work. The combat group won't work until these friends stop shading and spreading rumors about each other. Their personal issues stop their bag as a group. I feel like the combat group won't work until they learn how to separate personal from professional. That's what I think. And once they get to that place, then they may be a little bit better. But they don't know how to separate that. So they may want to sit the combat group down for a little bit. Okay, continue to let it sit down or just dissolve it all together. And then go and start another one. Like, why does it have to be this particular group? I don't know. I guess they're holding on to the vision of what it was supposed to be. Let it go. Okay? Easier said than done. Mel asked them why they want to work with Martell so bad. Mel says people keep asking her, will they get back together? She says they aren't together, not because of cheating or him having a child, but his integrity and his values, which are the problem. She says she continues to ask them, like, why do y'all want to work with him so bad? And I feel like Mel, it's not because of the integrity and the values. It's all of that. It's because he cheated. It's because of the baby. It's because of his integrity, his values, his morals. It's because of all of that. Okay, it's not one over the other, girl. It's really all of it, and it's okay to say that. I also feel like just because you feel like you don't want to work with them, don't mean that they gotta feel the same way. Even though Marcel really do feel the same way. That's on them. But I don't think it was wrong for her to ask that question, like, why? And Maurice was like, that's because we have a good working, a good business relationship with each other. They do. But when it comes to Marcel is like, damn, all that. Okay, Martell is a great business guy, but listen, my family eat off my decisions and stuff, and I'm not gonna let him come up. And then I got going on, period, because he does not know how to handle himself. There's that. What else? Marcel says that he doesn't understand why people are surprised by his behavior when he keeps showing it and how he lacks control. I could not disagree with Marcel in anything that he said about Martell in this moment. I couldn't disagree with him. Let me see. And when Marcel told Mel it's because you're winning and he's not, lets you know how Marcel feels about Mel versus Martell's value. And there's that. Mel asked, why is she so okay? Which is what Ashley was referring to. I think that was Ashley. Marcel tells her because she's winning. And if she was losing, she wouldn't be in a good place. And that's true. She would be in the same place as Martell, but Martell done lost it all. But Martell's issue is Martell blames everybody else for his losses instead of looking inside and seeing that, you know what, I'm the cause of, you know, being lost, you know, of me losing everything. And then he messes it up by acting like he has sense and acting like he wants to accept accountability. And then he goes out and he does some other things that lets us know that he never learned his lesson to begin with. So that's all on you, fam. You got that. That's all you. That's all you, bro. So Martell calls Mel because he storms out, right? He done got the kids in the car. He done peaced out. Then he gives Mel a call and lets her know, listen, I need you to talk to Mariah. Now, she put the phone on speaker because she knew he was going to be on some old BS for real. And I think she just wanted everybody to bear witness to his BS. But instead, he hit her up on some, you need to come talk to your daughter because she's out here crying. I've been trying to figure out what's wrong with her. And she's not really saying a whole lot. So, you know, come outside. He brings the kids back. She goes to get her daughter. Daughter just crying. She takes her inside to have a talk with her in her office. But we never fully learned exactly what was going on with her daughter. All he said was the daughter was upset about the office because she felt like at one point this used to be mommy and daddy's office. And now it's just, you know, mommy's office. So the daughter misses them being a family like they used to be. Okay. Martell says, no. So he said that. So everyone comes outside to talk to Martell and how he started things up before he left. Some part of me felt like, can y'all give him a little space just a second? Like his daughter is crying. He got the other kids in the car. I don't know if y'all heard, one of the little girls was crying in the back outside of just that daughter. It's like, can he get his kids straight before y'all come outside and bone rush him or whatever? Like, give him a second. But I do feel like when they came outside, the things that they told him weren't wrong. They didn't tell him nothing wrong, in my opinion. It was just that everybody was just standing around. But y'all know who the most quietest person in the room was? Miss Tisha. Tisha was quiet as a fuck. Tisha ain't open her mouth to exhale. Do you hear me? She was breathing, but everything came out that nose because I ain't come out that mouth. And I wasn't even mad at Tisha for sitting there and observing and just like, this ain't got to do with me. I'm not gonna open my mouth. I'm not gonna say Nathaniel. And I wish you would have exercised that kind of last week when your mama was getting into it with Miss Vanessa. You ain't have to say what you said, girl. You could have handled this situation a little more delicately. But I guess after that situation happened, she knew to just go ahead and just shut up and just like, let me not even open my mouth for this girl. I'm glad we on the terms that we are on. I ain't got nothing to say. So Marcel wants Martell to sit in his fault. And I was with Marcel when he said this. Marcel said, you got to sit in his fault. You got to accept this. You got to internalize this. Like, this is you, fam. You did this. You created it. This all on you. Sit in it. Because if you don't, and you have to figure out better ways to navigate and communicate and handle situations, because you're going to continue to do this as your kids get older. They're going to be grown as fuck, and you're going to have to explain yourself and your actions. Get it together. And, you know, Martell says what he always says, which is, you know, I appreciate it, you know, whatever, dap it up. Like, I appreciate, you know, always welcome. I appreciate the information. And you never do anything with it. Okay. You need intense, ongoing therapy. You might need 2 therapists, baby. I don't know. You might need 2. You need, you know what you need, Martell? You need a therapist and you need a life coach. You need both of those. I don't know how you're going to get it because your mama is not one. That's a DAD, baby. No, sir. But you need a life coach that's going to help you because you want all these big plans to happen, but you ain't doing your part to make them happen as far as studying on your own. Like, if I done lost everything, y'all, and I understand what he's going through, and mentally he's not fully there. But if I done lost a lot, I'm going to position myself to where I'm not going to need certain people again. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can get the deal handled directly through me, I'm not going to rely on somebody else and what they got. Okay. The certifications or whatever they got. Okay. To push my deal through. No, I'm going to make sure that I'm never in this position again. So if that means I got to hire me a life coach or whatever, and that's going to help me through this process, make sure I'm studying, make sure somebody that's going to keep me on task so I can make this happen. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so he needs a life coach to help him push through, and he needs a therapist too. because that's not, and they need to be two separate people, not the same person, period. Okay, so moving on. Martell tells us that, no, I think I got to that part. Yeah, Martell says in the confessional that they have to stop taking shots at each other and they have to grow and interact in a loving, immature way. And I feel like you're right. You both need to do that. But before you both do that, and y'all let me know, for me, I feel like before you both do that, you have to do it first. Like, you have to start with yourself. Just like Mel has to work on herself, y'all both have to talk to each other that way. Because at some point, if one of y'all mature with how y'all handle things, at some point the other person is going to follow suit, because then they're going to be faced with, I'm the problem. So Mel, if that means you have to walk away from certain conversations and not get so upset, do that. Martell, if that means you have to remain consistent with walking away from conversations and not getting to her level, you're going to have to do that until that person sees that, yo, what I'm doing is not working anymore. So there's that. I honestly think Martell is jealous of Melody. I'm sure she got it all. He ain't got nothing. He ain't even got, you know what I'm saying, full primary custody of his kids. He ain't got nothing. So of course he's gonna be jealous until he's back at a spot where he feels like he's financially set and he's that dude again. These kids have been to that office several times. Anytime she has interviews, it's at that office, and the kids are always there too. So being at the office didn't trigger them. It triggered him. Interesting. Which caused his reaction the way that it did, and the little girl to cry. That's why when Mel said what she said towards the end of the video, the end of the episode, she was right. And I'll get to that about how she pinpointed what her daughter was really crying about. Martell needs to grow up, but Mel needs to check her passive aggressive behavior too. She's still hurt and angry. Sometimes I feel like that aggressiveness or that behavior isn't always passive. I feel like she'd be very direct at times, but they both just need to, you know, they just got some stuff they got to work on, man. They just got some stuff they got to work on. Martell acts as if he's not balanced. He might need meds. Ooh, child. Yes, he does need a therapist and a life coach. Some childhood trauma is really going on, and he's running from it. And that mama ain't helping. I'm sorry. Martell is the type to tell kids, your mom was screaming and disrespecting me, so we have to go. He involves the kids in his BS, and I can see that. I can see that. Yep. Definitely can see that. Martell lied about what was wrong with that baby. When Mel said that the kids got upset because he was visibly upset and had the kids leave without saying bye to her, to their mom, that made more. It definitely, exactly. That's the part I was talking about. It makes more sense. I'm so glad Melody is up and do be things and be doing things. Martell can have his code. Ooh, child. Them kids seen The Office before, and he is the one who never saw it. So why the hell would she be crying today? Ooh, and there it is, girl. He just be up here mixing up the truth, just mixing, switching, changing, rearranging. Let's get to Marcel and Maurice, because I was following the conversation, but at the same time, got a little confused. Sometimes when Marcel talks, it definitely confuses me at times. So let's get into it. Marcel. They speak on Mel and Martell arguing. Marcel says that as long as they're arguing, he will never do business with Martell. It sounds like he said he won't do business with them, but I believe he was really talking about Martell because Mel knows how to handle herself, you know, when it comes to business, even though they say Martell does too. But maybe he mentioned them. He goes on to say that he feels like Martell is a train wreck. Marcel says his family eats off his decisions, and he's not going to let nobody come in there and mess it up, and I can't blame him on that. Maurice talks with Marcel about the therapy session. He tells him that Dr. Francis says he has two wives, one in work and one in his actual wife. So Marcel wasn't really trying to hear that. Y'all know he don't want to hear nothing that Dr. Francis has to say for some reason. I hate that part of Marcel, where Marcel feels like he got all the answers. And Sway, I don't think you do have all of the answers, but okay. Maurice tells him that it makes a lot of sense and how he manages his life better to spend, you know, time with his wife. So Marcel says that he has made plans. So they get on Marcel talking about his life and stuff. Just from the conversation of Maurice having to figure out how to, you know, divide time between work and his wife. Marcel says that he's getting to a place where he has like cutoff plans and cutoff dates and stuff. But he's getting closer to the cutoff time, but he's not ready to let it go. He's not ready to let it go. at this time. So he wants to keep on working. I guess he got some more things he needs to achieve. So he goes on to tell Maurice that he understands why they may have overreacted though. And Maurice was like, don't say we overreacted. If you're talking about being depressed or something like that, like that's a natural reaction when you care about somebody, you're concerned. So don't say we overreacted. Marcel says that he just wants them to hold him accountable or something like that if need be. And then Maurice says that he thinks Marcel is at a place where he probably was bothered by some things going on in his life, but he's pushed past that. So he thinks that he's in a better place now. And I'm like, girl, whatever it is, he still need therapy, child. Let's move on. Kimmy, Tisha, and Mel. Hold on, what? I have a screenshot. I wanted to send it to y'all from one of the Scott brothers about Kimmy. Where can I send it? I wanted y'all to ask her about it, but I forgot. I mean, you could DM me on IG. You can send it to the Ooh Ladies First. Like, send it to Ooh Ladies First and just DM us over there at the Ooh Ladies First panel on IG. You can send it over there. Marcel know that doctor is right about having 2 wives. He know that. He know that. He knows that. I don't know what his issue is overall with Dr. Francis. I don't even think the issue is with Dr. Francis. I think he just has an issue with damn therapy as a whole. Mel is not over it and peace. What? Mel is not over it and at peace, like she says, and wants us to believe it's totally understandable if she's not. And that's why she acts out the way she does. I believe that. I can agree with that. She's not over it. She spent a lot of time with him. They've known each other since college. They got 4 kids together. So it may take her some time to fully be over it. She may just have to actually accept the fact that she's not over it like she thought she was. Yeah. So Kimmy, Tisha, and Mel, they link up. Tisha asked Mel about her issues with Martell at the meeting. And I'm like, Tisha, why are you asking her about these when you already know? You know what her issues is, girl. But Mel tells her, girl, it's the same thing that always happens, Pinky. Okay? He says some stuff to me, and then I respond, you know? So that's just what that is. So Kimmy asked about Mariah, asked about her daughter, how she's doing. Mel says Mariah is better. But she believes her daughter had felt the energy that Martell was giving off. And because of that and the way that he left so abruptly and they didn't even say bye to their mom, she just knew something was off and she didn't like it, you know? So she cried, right? And I definitely believe exactly what Mel said. That made way more sense than what Martell was saying. Kimmy asked, how can they help her handle those situations when Martell does things like that? So when those type of things come up, how do you want us to handle that? And I thought that was a real interesting question, or a good question for the most part, because it was like, how should they handle that? They probably don't know whether they should jump in, whether they should fall back, whether they should give y'all time. And Mel just said, girl, how about this? Don't invite us at the same time, same place. Don't do that. Don't do that no more, girl. Let us be where it's going to be. Like, we don't need to be around each other. I'm cool with that. But then I'm like, how is that going to work out for filming? Because we already know outside of filming, y'all don't be together like that for real, for real. I don't think. But when y'all film, y'all do come together. So what is that going to look like for filming? What else? Kimmy says, is that really how you feel? And Mel says, yeah. Don't ask her to be around if he going to be there, period. So then Mel says that she goes into situations with peace and not to argue, but he always does something. And I'm like, that's not always true, Mel. You go into situations ready to argue too. And the perfect example was when y'all had the kids at the picnic that time. You went into that ready to kind of like have a debate with this man, and he didn't give you exactly what it is that you needed. Okay. So there's that. Mel asked Tisha, like, girl, like, y'all, let's get off me. Let's get off me. Don't talk about me no more, girl. I want to talk about y'all. What's going on with y'all since we left that event over there with Tiffany, okay? And that text message group. Like, what's up with that? So Kimmy tells her that Tisha always calls multiple times, okay? In the past when they were friends. Like, Tisha would always call multiple times. And Tisha says that she thinks Kimmy thought it was shade because they weren't talking to each other. And she felt like Kimmy took it a certain way. And Kimmy said, well, I felt like you sent it that way because we wasn't talking to each other. So Tisha says that Kimmy was being petty when she got an attitude with her. Tisha was also saying, like, she wasn't mumbling stuff, but she was definitely saying some stuff. Like, yeah, own it. When Kimmy got ready to talk, she was just saying little stuff under her breath, but you could still hear her. I ain't really like that. I was like, Tisha, shut up. Okay, be quiet. Kimmy says that to be fair, she did get petty after she only acknowledged Mel and Destiny being sponsors of the event. So Kimmy feels like they always donate, though. She said, we always donate to everything that you guys have going on. And she feels like they never fully get like recognition or whatnot. Kimmy says that she doesn't always get the benefit of the doubt when she and her husband have shown up, even when they weren't talking. So they've constantly sent checks over the years, showed up, supported, and everything. But she feels like Tisha doesn't give her, I guess, like grace or the benefit of the doubt. And when I think about it, I feel like it's more than just about the donations she's made. I feel like it's about just in general and how she's handled the friendship. She feels like Tisha probably don't give her the benefit of the doubt when it comes to their friendship. So then Tisha brings up how they drove to Troy to see Jalen probate. And I was kind of like, well, Jalen crossed Omega, which is the same organization as Marcel. Marcel was going to go anyway, whether you was there or not, because that's his friend, right? So that wasn't a great example. But Kimmy tells her that her driving to Troy doesn't compare to the amount of checks that she and her husband has sent to Tisha over the years. So then I feel like Tisha had a point in the confessional, because Tisha was like, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to be playing tit for tat. When do we start comparing what we do for each other, right? And I kind of felt Tisha on that a little bit, because I'm like, yeah, why are we doing tit for tat here in this situation? Yeah, I guess because Tisha brought up the fact that she never gets the benefit of the doubt, and then in that moment, that's when Tisha decided to bring up the things that they have done in the past, and then I guess that's how it came. But I kind of understood Tisha when it was like, why are we doing it? Tit for tat. Okay, let's just stay focused on the fact that we got a beef. And girl, I didn't respond how you wanted me to respond. Let's resolve that. What else? But I still think overall they're in a weird space because they're not cool. So it doesn't matter what the other is going to do. Somebody gonna take it. They're gonna take it away. They're gonna feel a way about it because they're not in a good space at this time. So it's probably not gonna matter what one does. Tisha says that she's over it, right? And she says, moving forward, she said, I know I need to call, girl. So I'm going to make sure that I call moving forward. That's what I'm going to do. Girl, I cherish you. We're good or whatever. The whole time, did y'all notice Kimmy didn't even look Tisha in her face? I did feel like that was messed up. I was like, damn, Kimmy. I said, you ain't even going to look the woman in her face? And now I'm wondering, do you feel like her acknowledging that, or her saying, moving forward, because I don't want to fight, do you feel like it wasn't coming off as though it was genuine? So that right there lets me know that y'all not over y'all issues, because Kimmy did not look at Tisha not one time. She kept her eyes on Mel. Even after Tisha said what she said, Kimmy kept talking to Mel, and she even hugged on Mel. And she hugged Tisha because Mel said she wanted a group hug. But they not cool. They not cool at all. So I don't know. I want to hear y'all thoughts about it. Tisha thinks Kimmy should have her back, but she's not. But we have to remember Tisha is like 35, and Kimmy is not no 50-something, girl. You're wrong. Kimmy in her 40s. I mean, they different ages. And Tisha ain't no 35 either. Tisha just turned 40. So they both in their 40s. I think Tisha just did something talking about she turned 40 this year or whatever like that. Y'all wrong for that. Tisha is the most annoying human that has ever walked. Not ever walked. I can think of much more annoying individuals. I take Martell's feminine butt over her. Yikes. Okay. Kimmy be full of SHI, but people hate Tisha so Kimmy can get away with it. Tisha and Kimmy's arguments is ultimately about Tisha doubling down and Kimmy being a side chick. Until Tisha apologizes for that, they will never be good. I don't blame Kimmy. Wow. Okay. I didn't even think about it. I feel like Kimmy didn't think it's genuine. And from the preview from next week, Tisha is still not over it either. Woo, because Tisha is full of it. Tisha comes off very disingenuous. Ooh. I think Kimmy don't get her hopes up because she knows Tisha flips on and off when she want to be mad. It's because Kimmy has picked up that Tisha doesn't like her. Bringing up the donations was wrong, but at the end of the day, Tisha started this whole fallout. Excuse me. The fact Tisha thinks Kimmy has to sponsor anything when her and her mama and Kyle have dogged this woman out for no reason is crazy to me. She lucky she has gotten anything from her. And there's that. Ooh, goodness gracious. Tisha literally was upset about Kimmy not showing up for her. How she feels she shows up for Kimmy, but when it's about money, it's since when do we compare? Oh, okay, we're gonna keep going. So there's that on that. Martell, okay, Martell over there with his friend, right? Links up with the friend. And first of all, did y'all catch the neighbor on the other side of the street in her all white standing in the middle of the door behind them bars looking out? I say, look at the neighbor. She's trying to figure out what the hell is going on over here. What is this camera crew doing outside? And what is they building over here on this house? Hilarious. Because she was being all kinds of nosy, honey. Martell is asked about studying and whether or not he's done any studying. And y'all know Martell says he got motivated for one night when he had the kids. And he isn't good at taking tests, and that he just got unmotivated. And the friend asked him, how was he studying? He said he was using the books. The friend said, no, don't use the books, dear. Okay, I got a software that you can use. And his friend tells him that he needs to focus. And Martell is like, yeah, I'm focused. I'm just not focused on that. Well, you need to get focused on that. You need to get focused on that because everybody's not going to be showing up for you, dear. All right, show up for yourself. Martell is relying on his friend, which I think is whack. I do understand that it's hard for you to focus, but at the end of the day, you all you got right now, bro. So you need to lean on your own self and your own understanding. Mel FaceTimes him. She FaceTimes him because she needs to talk to him, and he know he in trouble. So I'm thinking when Mel FaceTime him to talk, I'm thinking it's about the kids. This ain't got a damn thing to do with the kids. Do you hear me? But Martell already knew that he fucked up. He did. He knew he was in trouble when Mel pulled up. He was like, bro, I already knew it. I already know I'm in trouble, honey. I already know. So that's what's going on. So when she arrives, she wants to speak about what happened at Bree Street, which is, I guess, the restaurant, and what the boundaries should be. This is what Mel is saying to him. He goes on to tell her that she does things as well, right? Like she likes to act out on social media. I'm like, both of y'all do that. Both of y'all act out on social media, okay? He then mentions her being with a guy, and he wasn't expecting to see her with a dude. You should be expecting it. Why would you not be expecting that? See, you get to hang out with your baby mama and probably still smash on her and do whatever you want to do with her and don't even be claiming her out here in these streets. Still not. Even after you're divorced, you still don't because you still want your ex-wife, okay? But you want to be mad at her for being out on a date with somebody and then trying to make it seem like it's all about the fact that she took the person to y'all favorite restaurant. And she said, that's my favorite restaurant. And then he was like, no, it was a family favorite restaurant. It don't matter. It don't matter. You weren't even thinking about the family and y'all favorites. So why are you thinking about it now? Okay? You mad. Don't you got your baby mama you could go fuck on? Go over there. Why is you bothering Miss Mel? Martell is lazy. He doesn't want to put in the work in getting a license. He wants to piggyback off of other people's qualifications. And that's my thing. Stop it. Stop it. Go and get you some hustle about yourself. Stop that. Stop that, okay? Get you a therapist and get you a life coach so you can depend on yourself. Martell is just embarrassed because he can't hide. He wasn't the brains of the operation anymore, okay? He can't hide it, girl. He can't hide it. Let's see. The fact that he took pictures of her, girl, he was so out of line. I don't know why he got those pictures. I don't know what type of proof this is supposed to reveal. I don't know. And let me tell you, he was so happy to have that because that's the first time I seen him produce any receipt. That was funny to me. Okay. Hey, Jamie, he still loves her. Hey, honey. He still loves her and he knows he'll never have her. It's looking very slim for the brother. How is he not good at taking tests, but he was a teacher? And that's all they really had to do to maintain that certification. I don't know. Over the years, I don't know what happened, honey. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then you got your friend pouring into you, trying to help you, willing to give you software and stuff. Like, How long you gonna be able to ride off of his stuff? See, as long as he got people to fall back on, that's what he gonna do. He gonna fall back on them. But y'all gotta, move to the side. Let him catch yourself. Mel is beautiful. She was going to get somebody. Martell, come on. Please come on. Please come on, Martell. Like, did you think she was gonna just be out here single forever? Okay. No, that's not how that goes. And it's for me, whether she was gonna get somebody or not, it's the audacity of me. And the audacity to me that you're still out here operating divorced now in the same manner that you were operating when you were married. So you was able to have Mel and this other young lady, and then now you ain't even got Mel, but you still trying to have some type of hold on her and control over whether she dates somebody else while you're out here doing whatever the hell it is you want to do. How can we make that make sense this year? How can we make that make sense this year, Martell? Okay. Laugh my ass off. When Martell said in the confessional, yeah, I kind of messed up last night as to why Mel was popping up to to come see him. Bye, babe. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so laugh my ass off when Martell said in the confessional, yeah, I kind of messed up last night as to why Mel was popping up to come see him. That was hilarious because it was like, you fucked up, sir. You messed up. Hilarious. Okay. I blame the Alabama Board of Education because what the fuck you mean you can't focus? Girl, first of all, you're not gonna do Alabama like that. Scoot back. Because I'm from Alabama, not the Alabama Board of Education. Scoot back. Not the Alabama Board, ma'am. Don't be doing my state like that. Blame Alabama A&M. Blame Alabama A&M. That's who we're going to blame today. We're going to take it off the Alabama state. We're going to take it off the state board and we're going to put it on Alabama A&M specifically. Okay, because y'all prepared him to be a teacher and he can't even, continue on taking other tests. Okay, so we're going to blame them. Period. Let me go down and see what y'all saying. Okay, period. Team Alabama State University, period. Okay, we blaming Alabama A&M over here. Okay, he is definitely a trip, y'all. Martell's business partner, Fred, is fine. I mean, he a little cute. He a little cute. He is. I got to give it to Fred. Fred, a little cute. Okay, Mel tried to help him with real advice because how you say you want to fix your business, but then dip on a meeting. And you know what? I felt like Mel threw him a bone and didn't even have to throw him a bone when all of this was going down. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even have to throw him that little bone. And then for him to turn around and say he don't care, I didn't like that. Because you should care. You have children that you're going to have to provide for. You have yourself that you're going to have to provide for. So why would you say that you do not care? But that's how you've been moving. You don't care. He was being real honest when he said that because of how he's shown himself in his marriage and how he continues to show himself after his marriage to where he lacks accountability on things that he does. And I still say he lacks it, even though Martell may sit up here and acknowledge it, he goes back and does the same stuff that he always do, which makes me feel like you don't accept the accountability, because accountability, with that comes some type of change behavior. And you don't give us that. So he doesn't care. And he was 1000% right about that. Let me see if I got through everything. Mel calls him out. Okay, so let me go back up real quick. Okay, so he goes on to tell her that she does a lot, right, on social media, and I feel like they both do a lot on social media. He then mentions her being with a guy and wasn't expecting her to be with a guy herself. I mean, yeah, he mentions that she was with a guy. He wasn't expecting that. I don't know why he wasn't expecting that. You get to go and smash on your baby mama whenever you want to. So why are you so pressed about this woman over here? Okay, Mel calls him out because he had someone come out from LA to have a business meeting with him. And he left that person to come over to argue with Mel. Okay? That was so messed up, okay? She tells him that's not how you handle business, especially when you want things to get back to how it used to be, all right? He says that it doesn't matter to him. I think it does matter, but all of his actions have shown that it don't matter to him, okay? What else? Martell. He definitely wants to be back with his wife again. So for him to sit up there and say that he didn't want her or something like that, like, I never want you to be my wife again. Because I'll say this. When Mel said that you keep saying you want things to go back to how they were. So when she said that, I wasn't really thinking about business. I was thinking about them, because that's what Martell really wants. He wants them to go back the way they were. That's what it was. So when she ends up saying something about him wanting her to be his wife again, he was like, I don't never want you to be my wife again. I ain't never say that. I ain't say I want you to be my wife again. I'm like, why are you up here lying? So when he does shit like this, it makes me feel like, are you doing this for Ariane? When you try to diss Mel, are you doing this for her? Trying to downplay, like even Mel has called him out before when he's messaged her, talked to her about wanting to be with her, and then he denies it when he gets on screen. I believe everything she's saying, but are you doing this for old girl over here that we already know ain't going nowhere? I don't like that. I didn't like also how Martell sat up there and got real disrespectful with her, saying that he don't care, him busting up the groove of her date, busting up the groove of his business meeting, saying how he doesn't care, being real rude in this moment, and then turns around and tells her, stop. What the fuck is that? What you mean? Stop. Like she's the problem. Girl, this man crazy. This man is crazy, y'all. This man is crazy. I don't understand him. I don't want to understand him. This man crazy. Stop. No, let me do it. Stop. What is all of that? He couldn't even look Mel in the face when he said, I don't want you to be my wife. That is true. He did not look her in her face when he said that. He said that because he telling old girl it's only for the kids. Are we still using that? We still using that, sir? We still using that? It's only for the kids. Yikes. Martell didn't think Mel was going to move on and be over him like she is. Because he's not. Because he's not. And I don't know about this man. Because I don't know what to say, y'all. He's just full of it. I don't know what to say. That's why he is not going to get away. Get away. He's not gonna get away. Martell is acting ghetto, okay? In Miss Wiki Wacky Wanda's voice, okay? I was just asking a question. Mel could probably use him admitting to leaving his job, business, on-camera meeting to go stalk her as a reason for full custody, especially since she is the breadwinner. Facts. But we know he ain't gonna never get that far to filing. He's not gonna do that. All in all, Martell is a BIT. Okay, that's no man, all self, and everyone after. What? Everyone after, even his family, it seems. So unprofessional. So unprofessional. You barely can secure deals here in Huntsville or there in Huntsville. And when somebody flies out to have a meeting with you, you ain't trying to secure that bag? Girl, what is happening? Okay. Let's see. Every time Martell tries to accuse Mel of cheating, she always say, prove it. And that NIGGA face be stuck because he knows it's all lies and can't. Ooh, she be catching him up. Martell don't like when people come back at him after what he said. But he can do whatever he want to do and run amok in the entire palace. No, ma'am. Okay? No, ma'am. You can't do that. Not an idiot. And that's it. That's all. I'm a straight calling his ball. Right. Exactly, because he is focused on the wrong things. He is focused on the wrong things. He needs to be focused on them children. As much as he wants her to be focused on the kids, right? He's not focused on the kids either. If that's the case, he's so focused on hurting her. I don't get it. You the one who did wrong, so why you mad at her for it? Once Mel left him, the thrill of the affair was over. He probably got over Ariana and left soon after. I mean, he could have left. I don't think he left because it was nothing to leave because he wasn't with her to begin with. He was just effing on her, right? He was just smashing on her. And if it's available to him like that, he's going to continue to do it. And I feel like they probably still do that. I do. I feel like they probably still do that. That halo on Mel's head is irking the hell out of them demons in Martell's. This has so much to do with something that he saw with his mama. I don't know. Unfortunately, this behavior will not stem the flow of women trying to get with him. Oh, it won't stop. You mean it won't stop the flow of the women trying to get with him? Because I definitely saw on Facebook somebody said, I don't care. This man is fine. That man no good. Yeah, they gonna be down. They gonna be down, honey. It's gonna be ready until they get disrespected. Girl, definitely 18 more years. So hopefully they can come to that place where they're able to like do better with how they interact with each other, right? Thank you so much, Keisha, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. I can't imagine what Kris was thinking the whole time over hearing them arguing. LOL, probably ready to tuck tail and run. Oh, you talking about Fred? How Fred was feeling when he heard them arguing? Because Fred had already asked. Fred was like, do I need to leave? Hilarious. Priorities in all the wrong places, sir. You have 11 kids, got 2 in diapers at the same time. Please go get you a job, sir. Oh, Tommy from Martin is clown is hiding in bushes with his phone. Child. Martell, what's going on? Their kids see how their daddy is treating their mom. That's hard on the kids. Very hard on them. Very hard on them. Even after they get disrespected. And y'all know what else? I have to go back to talking about the kids. It's just so interesting to me how he wants to be presented to the children by other people. He wants them to make sure they present a certain type of image of him to the kids. But I felt like he didn't really do that when the kids were there. Like no matter how you are upset, no matter how upset you are with their mom, I feel like he should have at least allowed her to say bye to the kids or something like that, or walked out of the room, cooled himself off, and then returned. Because you being upset, what if you would have got in that car, been all mad, and then something would have happened to y'all, an accident or something like that, and this lady didn't even get to see her kids or something, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like he just got to be able to manage his feelings better, and he really needs to heavily take his children into consideration as much as he wants others to take his children into consideration. I still see people in the comments on IG saying how they would love some Martella, not Martella, for themselves. That made me think of Nutella. Is that why they calling him Martella? Okay. Ain't no fun when a rabbit has the gun. You've been parading the side dish around, but be mad when your ex-wife is on a date. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. You was going on all kind of dates, honey. And then now it's your turn to be served up, child. You and your feelings. So let's not say we did. I just can't believe she never seen none of these signs. No. I don't know. You know, when you in love, you see what you want to see, child. I think her getting on TV and having a clear eye view to how her relationship was going and being able to step outside of it and see it externally, I think that's what helped her realize, hell no, what am I doing? What am I doing? All right, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and hop off, okay? I thank you guys so much for joining me. today. All right. If you guys have not checked out the interview that the Ooh Ladies First panel did with nephew Tommy, please go check that out. It's on my channel. I also did Ready to Love, so that video will be available to you guys in just a second. It is like processing and all that good stuff with YouTube. So in just a second, hopefully you guys will have access to Ready to Love and all of that great stuff. But I thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and hop off, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.